Okay, so let's see. Right now, we did just have some data come out at 5:30. Um, this is the black lines are the 144 range. I do see there was a nice little demand zone in here on the 34 range. Had some strong buying or aggressive buying into it, and then popped back up, and we have this little area right here that I would like the price to retrace back into, and so I might enter here.
Order submitted.
Or set a
Order
buy limit
submitted.
order here. My stop will probably be below here. Yeah. Yeah, but if this thing just decides to start going off like rocket, then I will just close my position. Yeah, but I had to try to see if I can get a little something a little bit earlier than usual. Cause gotta go on a flight today. Yeah, considering how the 89 is looking, I might just cancel it because I don't think it'll probably come back down to this level for maybe a little bit, but that's if we can get like a confirmed breakout above this 640 level right up here. Oh, actually, I do need to see. Let me see where we are at the 377. Oh, actually, this might be nice. Yeah, this would actually be nice to enter on.
Order canceled. Order filled.
Mm-hmm. I do think we'll end up breaking these highs. Alright, We're up 5 points already, so I might just put it at break even. Yeah, we got up to 7 points, so definitely leaving it at break even. Let's see.
Stop filled.
Alright, we got stopped out. But yeah, I probably should have entered a little bit earlier. I should have noticed something a little bit earlier, but I just was not paying attention to that. But this could be another decent entry somewhere down here if we can get a little bit more of a retracement. It's just too big of a I guess stop loss for me. That's why I had to put my stop at break even like kind of relatively soon or quick. But yeah, if we look at the 377, we had a nice retracement into this area, into the 50% level, as you can see by the blue. And then on the 89, we had a nice push down into that 50% level, which touched right here. Then we're kind of buying out. And I do believe we will end up breaking these highs for sure. But I should have entered somewhere around here. So like pretty much when I kind of first logged on. But I did not see this. This looks nice to me. Actually, but the thing is, I mean, there is a little bit of, here, let me draw the fib level real quick. So there's a little bit of a demand zone right here, but the thing is, this demand zone, it occurred after the 144 range, or the 377 range, excuse me. So this setup is actually not as good as I thought it was. Because if I look to the left of it, it bounced off this 50% level. And I guess you can say that it bounced off this potential demand zone. But me personally, I like it to touch off like demand zones like here. So single candle demand zones. SDZs, maybe we can call them. Oh, I gotta move this over here. Nice. Yeah, and honestly, I say 5 to 7 points. If I see I'm in profit, I will usually just go straight into break even. Usually, not all the time, but usually, because it's either gonna go my way or it's not. This wouldn't be like a horrible spot to try and re-enter, but for me, it's a no-go because I tried that yesterday and didn't do too hot on it. Let's see. I think we are Yeah, right now we are coming into a supply zone on the 55. There we go. And we did bounce just right off of it. The 55 is also signaling potential delta trap. Yeah, I don't know about this zone anymore. This demand zone right here. I don't think I would want to enter it, to be honest. Yeah, ideally somewhere in here, I would like to see a little bit more of a bounce and then come back down. We're just seeing, okay, yeah, it's also touched the 34. It's also touched the 34 range supply. If we close down here, I might go for a short, but the thing is we are coming into this little potential volume area right here where it might kind of bounce back up a little bit. I didn't even see how. Oh, I forgot. I accidentally got rid of, what do you call it? Of my volume profile, which is unfortunate. So I just have to redo it, but I do want to see what happens at this 34. Are we above? Yeah, we're above the 233 and the VWAP. I don't know about the shorts. Let's see. Let's go a minute. Do like 15. Past 15. That's fine. Borrow with 3, nice. Okay, yeah, so you see, we are starting to bounce up a little bit, which I do want to see come from the 55 range, just a little bit more of a bounce, then kind of come through down. Because we've already touched this area once, so that's fine. It's always, whenever you see a cluster of candles, it's, if you're planning on it kind of going straight through, like straight down here in this situation, honestly, you, like, do not want to try to do a first touch at all, because it's never 100% guaranteed. So let me get this volume profile out. We'll do the buy and sell. Takes per level 10. Yeah, that's fine. Okay. Okay, I think this is a good time to go to the restroom. see what the 55 is looking like. Alright, nice. So 55 is bounced up a little bit, and we are slowly starting to retrace, but we're going to need a little bit of a stronger confirmation to the downside. Honestly, I would say it would definitely be early to enter if, oops. I would say definitely be early to enter if this falling candle can close red. I think it would be good. It wouldn't be bad. Yeah, the 55 also, the 55 candle that just closed also looks relatively strong, or well, relatively weak. How's the 89 look? 89 closed with a little bit of a reversal signal, or a potential reversal. So pretty much just a delta trap. Still seems the 144 bar that is forming right now, it does still have some overall strength within that range. So, don't know about this. Oh yeah, and the previous 233 range bar as well has had some decent strength to it as well. Let's see, 55 high, it's at 640. So if we can get down to like 26, 26, 27, 626, 27, so like somewhere down here, before breaking up around here, then I will enter short. Maybe not market order, but I would still enter short. If I really wanted to, I think I would, like, and you can enter now, but it would just be like a little early. I also have to be wary that we might have a potential bounce up here, or I guess here. So let me just draw this out. Yeah, also since we're above the 233, I am only going to take base points for shorts. Okay, so let's see a couple levels. Alright, so recently I've just tried to ask chat, oh, chat, what's up? Here's a pic, or here's a screenshot of the volume profile. Where are some important supply and demand zones using volume profile and price action? And I would say it's been alright, not too bad, I should say. So I'm just kind of testing that out, seeing how she's holding up. Let's get rid of this guy. Yeah, we're just kind of bouncing up now. I don't know about those shorts anymore. Oh wow, look, right here, towards the end of the day, there was a big spike up for some reason, but it touched this demand zone that chat drew perfectly. Also up here. Okay, so let's see where we're at. We're at 2364. 0. Yeah, so this was like a supply zone area. If we can get above here, I would consider it as a demand zone area, which we kind of are above it. So I don't know if I want to actually go short into this. We also have this whole area up here. That works more of a supply zone, because this zone that I just closed, it was definitely more of, like, it didn't work as well, because you saw that price was already kind of climbing up above it right here, then went below it, then went above it. The supply zone I have drawn out right here is definitely a little bit much better. So actually, I probably don't mind shorting here. Let's see what's above here. 657 above here, we have this level. Alright, you know what? Let's just ask chat right now. Let's hide all the drawings. Yeah, and this is just like 15 days back. Screenshot. Alright. Same thing. Yeah. We'll keep climbing up a little bit, so I'm not too sure. Let me see what the... Yeah, I'm not liking the 55, 100%. Alright, let's see. So now we got our levels from chat. So, let's see. Where are we at? 23. Yeah, we're at 640. So it's got a level from, or supply. Oh, yes. Remove. So it's got a zone. We're gonna update this one a little bit more. So from, just move up probably like 20 points in total, 15 points. From about, oh damn. So 670 up to 640, so kind of like where we're at right now. Supply. You see, chat isn't the best, I would say, at doing these levels, because it says the supply is at like 23,497 to 23,527, but we're clearly above that. So like, you know, it's kind of interesting. So wouldn't that just be like a demand zone? Oh, I kind of have that right here though. Do I agree? Yeah, potentially, because there's been a couple bounces. There's a a little bit of volume right there. We did kind of come up here, come down, go up, retest. Yeah, so I'll do this as a potential demand zone instead. Oh. Yeah, alright, never mind. So it has this area as a supply zone, but it's also a demand zone. So I guess it does say like sell response while below, and then for the demand it says buy response while above, so makes sense. Let's see. This is the closest demand zone we have. Let's see. It says there's another one, a supply zone, from, what was it, 590 to 620, which is this region. But I don't like that area a lot too much because you can see that there was just a bunch of more pops above it and come down. So the supply zone is a little bit better. Let's see. Yeah, also where it's kind of just pushing up right now, I don't see much weakness, which is okay. It's okay. Excuse me. Alright, let's see. Other supply. What this one is at 640, 798. I might just leave this one here because I think this was a bit old demand zone, but you can see that there is a good amount of volume here. Or I guess like a cluster of candles, so it should have decent volume there whatsoever. It has one at 798 instead. 798 to 830, so from here to there. Let's draw it out, see what happens. Alright, yeah, I'll stick with this level. Don't really remember what this level around here was about. But yeah, look, this was also like an old demand zone. I don't have the drawing to the left, but it was an old demand zone. And then it kind of just went straight through. As you can see, price did end up coming back to it 1, 2, right now a third time. And it did have a reaction at this level, which is good. That's why I do think we will probably have some sort of reaction somewhere around here. What I might just do is, look, maybe I'll just do that. Oh, but that's a whole 100 points. Nah. What was it at 798? And then I'm just gonna move this down a little bit. Yeah, that's probably good. Yeah, so what I definitely could have done, definitely could have entered down here, but me personally, I thought it was bouncing off a 89 demand zone, which I guess it kind of is, but just not to what I've been playing recently. So it bounced off a multiple candle demand zone, but I've been liking it off a single demand zone. But yeah, it bounced off. It literally did exactly what I like it to do. Strong downtrend. Then we get a push up, kind of comes back down, makes a newer low, then breaks this higher, or I guess this would be a higher low, makes this higher low, breaks this higher high. I'm not too sure about all that, to be honest. So yeah, my bias is that we break the supply zone. And if we do, we honestly have room to look for longs. I'm just gonna have a horizontal right here, just so I know to be cautious, because this is where we would be entering this volume cluster, or this like candle cluster, not even volume cluster. I am really tempted to go long though, like very tempted, but I'm not going to. Oh, that 144 candle actually looks good, but you do not want to be buying into a supply zone, so I'm gonna have to hold off. But the 89 range, also the 144, they both look good in terms of bullish scenario. Maybe I can see myself, the only way I could see myself getting in is not from down here. This is a lost cause now, honestly. We've kind of just been pushing up without wanting to retrace back down. So I'm going to forget about this level. But if we do come down here, I could consider it. Down to this level at 627. Yeah, it'd probably also would have been good to just enter it long when there was a strong down close candle. See, this could be a potential reversal right there. Potentially. Doesn't always occur though. Like you see right here, it just didn't work well. I mean, it's nice to see that if I just stayed in my trade, I would have gone down, 15 points in drawdown? It wouldn't be too bad. But, patience is not my strong suit in terms of trading. I like to get my money in and out, nice and quick. That's what she said. But definitely have to remember that we are in a supply zone. So this could signal an actual reversal, potentially. We just have to keep that in mind. Yeah, hopefully I can find something before 7. I would like to see a little bit, if we are to continue down, I would like to see a little bit of a bounce. Then continue with that follow through down. Damn, yeah. I guess there was some sellers up here. Because look, 3 candles in a row where it's just decent selling. Yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna get into that, into the cells. The 55 just doesn't look as, like, it still looks fine, but it didn't do what I wanted to do. If we do end up breaking this level, we could see some sort of a bounce around 615. Got to keep that in thought. All right, and market's open now. Yeah. See, I knew we were going to go break the highs, but there is, I would say, no confirmation. Oh, excuse me. Tee. Yeah, so we're definitely going to be pushing up more. We're kind of approaching that area pretty quickly. Yeah. Okay, yeah, we're definitely just pushing up. 144 is strong. The 233 also strong. But I don't see any areas for a confirmed entry. If I were to enter, it would just be more on speculation. So now that I would say we are above this level, so we're going to switch this to demand. Okay, I do see a little bit of weakness starting to show on the higher time frames. And I do believe we did just touch, yeah, we did just touch this area region. Because you could also just draw an area like this as well as your supply zone, or I guess as, you know, your resistance. You can see it is starting to come down a little bit. So I think it'll probably, if it can come up here, then retrace down to, like, I don't know, maybe 680, 670 area. That could be a decent spot for a long. Yeah, what I might do is I might just have this as a little supply. I was unsure about it before, but it's starting to reject a little bit, slowly. We might push up. But I'm tempted to enter long, but we're not in a retracement zone. But, you know, it looks fine because demand zone right here, push down, closed above here. Yeah. Okay. Alright, let's get rid of this. Yeah, it's a good thing I didn't try to like really long into it. I mean, I definitely could have into this area and just got quick base points. But there was really no need to. I'm glad I drew that. I was aware of that. This level. I first drew it with the blue line. Or the blue ray to just know that I'm entering the area. But I saw how price was reacting, so I just decided to draw it out to make sure it was there. You know, price is rejecting it for sure. Now, if price is to truly reject it, I would like to see it either like hold in this area, kind of. Or it can kind of come up into this region as well. Yeah, no, alright. I don't think it's gonna come up here. Which is fine. But we'll see. Also, let me see if there is any data that will be released. Just at 7.
Hi, Lad.
Hi, lad. How'd you?
I get it. Well, you are my
I guess we are kind of coming back into this region. Yeah, also this 55 zone area. I don't know about the 55. Might have to play it off the 33 or the 34. Let's see if we can get a little tiny bounce back instead of it being a straight flush. Alright, now we can kind of flush down. Yeah, this falling candle can close below the most prior up close candle, then we should be good for the shorts. Alright, never mind. Still haven't broken this high right here. This high's at 729. This high is at 728.5.
Order filled. Order filled.
Alright, yeah, we're in. Just need a little flush. There it is.
Stop filled.
Oh, that's unfortunate. Alright, well, we got stopped at a break even. If I had the tiniest bit better entry, then we would have gotten our fill. We broke new highs. If we get a little bounce back up and come back down, might try to re-enter. Actually, I don't know. No. I'm not going to try to re-enter shorts here because the 144... Actually... Yeah, I'll re-enter shorts here. If it closes below here.
Order filled. Order filled.
Do have to be wary because this is a demand zone right here. A nice rejection off of there so far. I might move my stop up to here. Or maybe break even now.
Order
I'm gonna
filled.
exit there because I just didn't like this candle.
Order filled.
Actually, I'm
Order
gonna enter
filled.
again. I do like how the 144 is looking. Just need a little push down to the downside. Alright, break even. Damn, again,
Stop
so close.
filled.
Like a tick away from getting filled. But yeah, you see, that's why we like to move our stops to break even when we're like 5 to 7 points in profit. I'm very tempted to just go into shorts again. But yeah, like it's unfortunate scenarios like this where if I held on to my position, you know, would have gotten my fill. It would have been good for the day. But I think it's better to hit break even more times than not, instead of being in a potential drawdown. So this, I gotta be wary of this zone for a bounce, because this was an old supply zone that is now into a demand zone. If we were to continue going down for a little bit, I would like to see price reach up here. I would prefer to see price go a little bit higher. Excuse me. And nothing too much going on right now. Let's see. They're just kind of consolidating. Hope we're just not consolidating for right now until news comes out. You know, you could definitely enter short here, but yeah, actually, I don't know if I would really want to short into this old supply zone though. $55 is looking decent though. I think if the 144 can close into here, then I might take a shot. Or if the 55 can just come a little bit higher. Oh, nice. I would like the 55 to come a little bit higher.
Order
I'll just go
filled.
in one.
Target filled.
Alright. We got filled. Nice. For a little 10 point. I went in light. But it's alright. I went in late. Ooh, I could go in again. moved way too quick. The 233 range looks nice as well. Yeah, now the reason why I liked this area right here, when we retraced into the 50% level, if I show you on the 55, we kind of come into this demand zone right here, and we do the same thing what I'm always looking for: bounce up into the demand zone, or the supply zone, excuse me, come back down, come back up, make a new, a higher low or a lower high, break it, clean, and then you just enter. Ideally, I would like to enter like over here, but I've noticed that price kind of just breaks down recently. So this is why I entered right there as well, and the low of that entry would be in at 23,666, and if we look at the 144, 23,666 is right about here, so just before this candle close, and you can tell by the one that is above this candle bar that this was a relatively strong candle, which had a good chance to keep going down, even though it is going into demand zone. But this is not an actual demand zone. It was an old supply zone that had been broken and just couldn't be retested good enough or well enough. So yeah, that might just be it for me today, since I gotta head out soon. I do want to look something real quick on the 89. Yeah, we are also, wow. We just bounced off that region on the 34 area that I was scouting out before pre-market. This region. We just kind of bounced off around here. No, this one. We bounced off right around here. 600. Yeah, you see, we bounced off at 600. Honestly, even kind of perfectly, this low is at 607.075. And let's see. This high right here at 6.5, and this high at 10.5. So it bounced off right here, then kind of went up. So I definitely could set a limit order there, but I've just seen a couple times that it's not ideal. Oh, I just missed another good entry, which was this 144 range. We have demand zone or supply zone. Same thing again, buying in, then selling down. Like this would be a good area actually to enter, but I don't know, because we weren't able to close below here. And also we've been kind of just going down. Alright, maybe I'll try short. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. If you don't know, then don't go. Also, data is about to be released in 5 minutes. Today definitely could have gone a little bit better, I guess. I got stopped out break even like 2 or 3 times. Probably just like, just a couple points away from really securing the bag. But it is what it is. It's alright. I'm not too worried about it. We're still in down in short territory. I'm tempted to just short. Oh yeah. The 233 candle looks pretty decent to me. To try to go for a little quick short. Because we did have a little bit of consolidation. We did have some consolidation here in the middle, so it didn't just kind of do a straight flush down like it did recently. Like here. Potential reversal based off the 89 range. Yeah. Psych. That was a fake out. Let me see what happens here. Coming into, we're in the 50% level off the 144. Came into here. Let's see. Yeah, if we break below here, I think we do have room for the downside. Oh, we're at a little bit of the value area low. And we do have room for this demand zone at 530. Yeah, so we break below here, probably shorts are good. Break above here, or above here, then we're good with the longs. This high, it's at 48. So at 88, so like 92. We already went up. Yeah, so it seems like long is the choice, but I wanted to hold off since there's supposed to be data coming out. Oh, it's a 377 candle I was looking at. from the 233 range, I guess on the 55 range, this is a little supply zone. Yeah, there was also another area that I potentially missed to enter with a sell limit order, which was about right here, but it's just due to the 55 range, the way that was kind of set up in the 233 range bar. But since I was looking at the 377 range and I thought that was a 233 range, it was not helping me out. What was I going to do here? 34 range. Yeah, this is, I don't see anything up here to look for potential supply zones. Everything was already touched. So we might just push up, honestly. We are now below 233, which I didn't even realize. Oops. Yeah, if I don't see anything within the next 5 minutes, then I'm just gonna log off. Some aggressive selling. We are retracing into the 144 range, as well as the 233. So let's see. All right, we touched this demand zone. But I don't like how, if this was a red candle, then probably would have been good. But, you know, I might just go in for a long here. Because 55 does look nice with the potential delta trap candle. Good push up. Let me see what 5 seconds looking like? Oh, big push up. Damn it. Yeah, that would have been a good one right there for me. I think it still might be a decent one.
Order filled.
Yeah, we're gonna try one long here. Alright, break even.
Stop filled.
Damn. Got stopped out right 32. It went up to right here. Yeah, so it went up to like 39.5. Ooh, look at that push. I might try again.
Order filled.
Oh, it should
Target
go.
filled.
Nice. Alright, yep. And we're done for the day. Overall, not too bad of a day. Did get stopped out quite a bit, maybe like 2-3 times. The reason why I also just wanted to go into this quick scalp, and look, wow, nice, we got out right at the top. Nice quick base point. The reason why we wanted to do a quick scalp there is because I saw this good push from this demand zone up, and if we look at the 144, it had some good buying pressure going into it, so I felt a little bit more comfortable going into there. I waited a little bit for a retracement. It came somewhere down here, and I was like, all right, I'm in. So I just needed a quick base point, and then also the 233 range, it closed with decent delta number right here, which signaled some strength to me. So yeah, that's why I went for the quick scalp those 2 times, one right here and then another one right here. Obviously, if I held right here, which I probably should have, the reason why I actually entered down here first was because we can see that this up close candle was relatively strong. Yeah, that's honestly the reason why I entered long there for a quick short or a quick scalp long, and you can see, like, even if I held on to it, it would go up a little bit, the tiniest bit more. But this, if I entered here 32, it's like a 30-point play, but it's always better to just secure nice little base points, in my opinion. So that's that. We're up. We are up about 350 on the day, so not too bad. But overall, yeah, pretty decent.